Hello, 5th District Convention. It is so exciting to see the sheer energy and size in this room, and most of all, to see the unity of fierce competitors coming together around a shared commitment to flipping the 5th District and putting it back in Democratic hands. I want to thank so much Ben Cullup, Roger Dean Hofstetter, and Andrew Sneathering for running incredible campaigns. I know how much their teams and their supporters were dedicated to the leadership that they showed, and I know that you're going to bring the same kind of dedication to supporting Leslie and all of us in making sure that we flip the 5th District. The stakes have never been higher. This is about our communities, it's about our sense of a common good, and it is a team effort across this district, across the Commonwealth, and across the country that understands this is a moment where we must turn resistance energy into political power to save the values that we hold most dear.
Tom Garrett, where do we start?
But I got started in this with one goal, and that was to take Tom Garrett and his selfish ideology out of the 5th District and out of your seat.
Well, let's think about Tom Garrett and the 2017 that he had. He started the year by voting to rip healthcare away from 23 million Americans. He ended the year by voting for the disastrous Trump-Garrett tax plan. And in between, he hosted a neo-Nazi and known white supremacist in his congressional office. That's a hell of a 2017.
I think that 45 as well as Garrett essentially they go hand in hand. They're two individuals who do not have the best interests of the people of the 5th Congressional District. And specifically, when we think about where I represent, the city of Charlottesville, there are two individuals who have shown over time and with their actions that they care very little about us.
Garrett has got to go because he's not representing anybody in his constituent properly, not the people who need Medicare, not the people who are asking for safe schools or safe communities. He's really, he avoids town halls, he avoids invitations from moms. He does not want to talk to anybody, but he wants to do everything that is detrimental to this community and to the 5th District, so he really must go.
I think Garrett has been MIA for most of the people of the 5th District. I think he represents the worst of what has become of the Republican Party, and that is representing corporate interests over the common good and over average people throughout the 5th District and all of Virginia. And he responds to his corporate donors and not to the people. And as a result, we've seen catastrophic impact. You look at the price of health care.
My family of 4 was paying $940 for our ACA plan last year. This year, our insurance premiums would have been just under $3,000 a month, which is $36,000 a year with a $12,000 deductible, almost $50,000 a year before anything would even be paid for.
And it's the same story across the board. Everybody's rates tripled like that.
There's no question that we have a health insurance company that overstepped. We have a State Bureau of Insurance that made it easy for them to do so, but none of this could have happened if the Republicans in Congress hadn't gone out of their way to sabotage the ACA.
I think it's an indifference and a lack of empathy for other people's situations. I think there are some people in Congress, including our Congressman Tom Garrett, who probably feel that some people don't deserve health care, that it's not a right.
I want to live in a district where my 4-year-old little girl and my 9-month-old little boy are not represented by someone with as much hate in his heart as Tom Garrett has.
One of the huge problems that Tom Garrett has is his hypocrisy on issues like the pipelines. Tom Garrett would have you believe that the market should take care of every single problem we have, and that we shouldn't interfere with market forces. And yet, when it helps him, when he takes money, he'll step right in.
He is not representing the district. He is not even representing his own stated values. You would think that such a strong defender, or supposed strong defender of the Constitution, would be against the government allowing a private corporation to seize and condemn a private citizen's land, not for the common good, but for the building of a 42-inch fracked gas pipeline, which immediately devalues the land that's being seized?
I think a lot of people are motivated right now, and motivated in ways that we never have been before. I can speak for myself and my friends and colleagues who have gotten involved in Women of the Fifth, and all of us have full-time jobs, many of us have children, none of us has 5 minutes to spare, but we're carving out time to work on these issues because it matters more than it ever has mattered in my lifetime. And ultimately, we're doing this for our children.
The only thing that I will ever thank Donald Trump and Tom Garrett for is that they have awoken the biggest wave of progressive politics that our country will likely see in my lifetime. We are seeing a lot of prominent leaders throughout the community that are strong Democrats voicing their opinions and voicing these progressive beliefs, and they're running for office. This year we've got a great number of women running for office, and we've got a great number of progressives running for office, and that's being seen throughout districts across Virginia. We're seeing more Democrats run in primaries. We're seeing more Democrats run in caucuses, and it's wonderful to see because the numbers are coming, the wave is coming, and that is the only thing that I will ever thank Donald Trump and Tom Garrett for.
What's most important is that we all decide to rally together behind the individual who can lead our community to change. And Leslie is the individual who can do that. So we must put aside our differences in candidates. We must put aside our differences in whatever it is that tears us apart, and all are unified behind the candidate and the woman who will get this right. And that's Leslie. So let's support her.
The crucial thing is, are we moving forward to more progressive change, to a more inclusive Virginia and country? And everything about the people in this room who have fought year in and year out to make sure we are headed in that direction is going to be served by the campaign Leslie Cockburn is going to run. She is a fierce and determined woman, and we saw last year in 2017 that fierce, determined women win victories in Virginia and around the country. She has been such a great investigative journalist over the years, a skill set that is so desperately needed. She's been a great champion for the environment at a time where we need to be fighting some of these pipelines and demanding a clean energy future. And she has shown the ability to put together a great team to win. We have to be united. We need to bring our best game for every door we can knock, every phone call we can make, every dollar we can raise. We absolutely can win back the 5th District of Virginia for the first time since I had the honor to serve there, and I believe the Cockburn campaign can make that happen if and only if all of us do our part between now and November to make sure that we are ensuring every person in the district understands the cost of Trump's policies that have been supported by our congressman, understand the bold vision, the positive vision that we have on the Democratic side, to understand that Leslie Cockburn is someone who understands public service and will take that forward. On behalf of myself and the Perriello family, I am asking you to give everything that you can between now and November to ensure we flip the 5th, to make sure that is part of flipping the entire House of Representatives across the country and reclaiming the resiliency of our deepest democratic values here in the United States and in Central Virginia. Thank you so much. Go and fight with everything that you have, and good luck.